folks, welcome to the end of season review. Today we are getting into some awards and post-season hoo-ha. We may look at the whole team and to see in general some of the players and some of my thoughts. I'll decide as we go. Straight into it though. Singh named Player of the Year. Sarpreet Singh has been named the Hyundai A-League Player of the Year. Oh, fantastic bloody effort. 24 years old, set up 10 goals in 23 games with an average rating of 7.1. Now, this is unexpected. He's playing as a shadow striker, remember? And it was something that I adopted and changed around and started last season, mid-last season. And it's really started to come to force. Now, these tweets, these notifications, these noises you may have heard in my phone. See, North Shore United in real life are down the road at Allen Hill Stadium and currently beating Tauranga City 6-1 in the NRFL First Division. Third in the table going into this match, so promotion is very much at odds for them too. So we are on form, and I'm just absolutely loving it. Anyway, I'm going to just say, you know, lad, congratulations. Oh, do I go? I'm going to go calm, passionate. Congratulations on winning the A-League Player of the Year. You've worked hard this year. You deserve it. How's that? Yep, it's been a good year. Thanks, boss. Yeah. Okay, so Mauler took out the Goalkeeper of the Year award. Singh came second. At least he was in the running this season. So you can't really fault that. Can we have a look and see how Singh finished? Yes, we can. So he came second. 25 appearances, 21 goals conceded, 9 clean sheets. He only got 1 point for votes. So 2 victory points, 11 clean sheets. Yeah, it's hard to say really who. I mean, I think he deserved it. Again, at least he made it this season into the voting for this. In my mind, he won the double winning goalkeeper. Central Coast didn't even figure. So why should he not? I just think the voting's too early. But never mind. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'd like to thank my mom, my pa. I'd like to thank my family's dogs, missus's, uncles, brothers, sisters, pet cat, and gerbil. I'd like to thank you all for letting me win this award. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Oh, I'm on a bit of a cruise. All right, so I win the Manager of the Year. I think that's 2 years in the trot. Very good. And damn, you know what? Damn right I win the Manager of the Year. I deserve it. Yeah. And how many players? Eugene, Jordan Thornley, and Clayton Lewis were selected in the A-League All-Star 11. If I recall, last year we dominated that a bit. But that's still good to see. Some representation there. Phoenix players named in the team of the season. Again, Lewis and Eugene. And Sarpreet Singh was selected as well. Overall best 11 inductees. Yeah, that's fine. Phoenix best 11, where are they now? Did I ask for that? Okay. Interesting. I don't recall asking for that. End of the season awards. Let's get into these. Fans Player of the Season. Charlie Brown again manages to win this. He is a lovely child. The fans love him to death. 34%. So he was fairly up there with Amenicus. So Charlie Brown, well done. He's had a hard year, if I've mentioned that. And we'll touch on some of the injuries because we've had a lot this season. Pike got goal of the season against Melbourne Victory. Really? Okay, let's have a nosy at this. Let it load up. Generate the highlight. So Pike against Melbourne Victory, eh? Lewis Fid-Galloway came back. Thornley tapped it back to Rose, who went to Pike and just shot it. Yeah. Okay. Goal of the season. I think it's probably worthy. I don't know. Don't know if it would be goal of the season, but okay, we'll take it. Amanicus, signing of the season from Udinese, and young player of the season, Amanicus as well. We just look at some of the stats here. Charlie Brown, 11 goals. Eugene, 7.09 average rating. Singh, 10 assists. Clayton Lewis, 86% pass completion. Most player of the match awards was Amanicus and Singh on 3. And Han Mao got 3 yellow cards. Very interesting. We've got some more things up here. I don't know where these 2007, where they're coming from, things are coming from. They seem to be auto-generated. So there's an update. Yep, we are doing well on the dynamics, so we'll touch into dynamics in detail. We've got no moaning players this season now. And yeah, everyone's loving it. Everyone's just having a great time. Let's look at me. 19 players support me and 2 don't really have much. So, okay, Michael Danby there is only recent, and Han Mao, well, I don't know. That's all right. I'll accept that. So that's, everybody loves me. They do. All right. So next we go to, let's have a look at there. This is interesting. This is what I wanted to see. So Andrew Hall has been sidelined the most, having missed over a month of the season due to injury. Yeah. Now, I don't think this, Andrew Hall has. He took 3 months out with a hip injury. But if you'll see there, it's only 1 injury. One player I want to focus on, and this is it here. Charlie Brown. Now, missed 17%, but he had 7 injuries. In total, 3 weeks, okay, was his longest one, with a twisted ankle. But if we can, Charlie Brown, and have a look at his injuries, okay. This is just for this season. I'm just going to look at the season, 2022. So here, from the twisted ankle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like we said. Moderate to slight injuries, but that has kind of incurred him. I mean, his longest was 3 weeks. Then he had a 2-weeker here and a 3-weeker here as well. And then a few niggles during, 2 or 3 days. But I think that's really affected his form and really affected his stats and, well, his, performances on the field this season. And that's a lot. Look at that. That's a lot of injuries there. I do have a fairly decent medical team, but we need some improvements. I think a lot of it's the medical centre as well. When you look at some of these guys, I mean, where are we? Thornley, 3 injuries, he was out for 4 weeks. Liam Rose has had 5 injuries. 4 weeks was his latest one, for a double hernia. 3 weeks of Bonito. There's a few, 3 injuries. I think it's a lot. Yeah. And Greenacre's yearly training report requests improved training facilities. Well, we did that last season. It ain't going to happen. Pre-season start date, we're going to give them 6 weeks. Going to give them a good holiday. And while they're on holiday, we will flick into here. And we'll sort by position, actually. And we'll just have a look at some of their stats. So, obviously, goals. Charlie Brown was the leading goal scorer on 11 goals. Now, I just want to have a look here. If we look at him last season, he got 22. Okay, so this season, 22-23 season. This season's got 22 goals, 22 appearances, 11 goals. Sorry, I was looking for last season. I could swear this guy picked up more goals last season. Or is it this one I'm hearing? Yeah, 21-22. Okay, so it's counted as the reserves ones. So that's the confusion. So last season he scored 19 goals. I did expect, and probably we could expect him. I thought we could have pushed on and beaten that, maybe get into the 20s. Obviously the injuries I think has had a real effect on him. But again, leading goal scorer with 11 goals. Leading assists, we already know. This was Sarpreet Singh. Fantastic effort. 7.09 for his average rating. Average rating, highest average rating was Dan Mullen from 9 appearances. But if we go to the one who's had the most appearances, Manicus on 29 appearances, average rating of 7.12. Again, followed by Eugene on 7.09. To me, it feels like a lot of these average ratings are a bit lower than last season. I wish there was a way we could compare in a sheet like this. I guess you might have to just save it. So, yeah, there's some interesting key stats there. Average rating, ability and value. I think we've got a decent score. There's some players that, Archie Amir has re-signed as well, and he'll probably be going on loan. I just don't think he's done much this season. He needs a lot more work, and I believe he will probably take. If I can get a keeper, if I stay, who is kind of in between Singh and Brown, Archie Mere, I will probably loan out Mere for some development. It just depends on where we can go. But we do have some youth, like Simovic is training to be a defensive centre. Chris Lee resigned. He's got a good prospect for the future. I think Flore, Mao, and Bonita, you'll see more from them hopefully next season. And, of course, let's not forget Shakespeare as well. So it's going to be a very interesting season next year. Plotting this formation and maybe who goes where, what sort of tactic, if we maintain that tactic, if I am at the Phoenix. We shall see. What else? Let's have a look here. Get another look in the finances. Overall, absolute crap. Yeah, we're currently sitting 77 because I've just renewed some contracts, so we'll sort that out in this pre-season, off-season. But yeah, not very good. These will change, obviously, with season things coming through when they do for the new sponsorship deals and TV money as well. Now, if the club itself hasn't clicked over yet, so I will cover more should we go to a pre-season. But as it stays, your 2.5-star reputation club. I think we should be at least a 3 by now. It's a bit disappointing. I think reputation in this game is, I'm going to say broken, to be honest, for Football Manager. I don't think it's fluid enough, and I think a lot of things are tied to it. Like, I can guarantee you, again, we won't be given any odds of anything next season to do anything. Our odds at the beginning of the season, if you remember, I had a bit of a mini gripe about them. They placed us 8th with, we'd fight against finishing last. And what did we do? We kicked it. We did the double again. There's just some things I think in this game, Football Manager 2019, need to start refining and just changing a little things like this. Reputation for one, instead of lumping more additions on for every other year. So maybe Football Manager 2019, they could look at just tweaking some things, right? Reputation. And this is not just me. I think you look at some of the other creators out there, especially those who go through the leagues, and noticeably the ones that mostly in Britain, how it takes 2 to 3 seasons sometimes before you can start attracting players to that new division. Now, I can understand the first season being a struggle, but at the end of the day, I just don't think the reputation is fluid enough for what you achieve at the club. And that goes also for the profile. I know it's only been, yes, New Zealand success or A-League success, but I should hopefully be a 3-star when it clicks over, which is fine. I think that's pretty good. But if we look at my awards there, 2 personal awards, which is the Manager of the Years, but I've now won 8 titles in my career. That's with North Shore United and the Wellington Phoenix. So, this history speaks for itself. So far the Wellington Phoenix, Manager of the Year, A-League Final Series champions and regular season champions. Same as the season before. Then you can go down and see your North Shore United ones. I don't know, a bit of a mini round, I guess. I'd just like to see some more things tweaked, perhaps. And, of course, I expect some more of these things here, the new dynamics and that, to be tweaked and changed a bit too. The main thing I want is training to be overhauled, because in my opinion, this is absolutely caca and I can't show it. But the fact is that you have a whole calendar here and you can't change each day. You can only set fitness for a week, or tactics, or overall, or attacking or defending. It needs to be changed. It needs to go way back to where you could have things like Piggy in the middle. Set up your days and break up your days into halves or into 3. Things like that. Anyway, I think that's enough of a rant. That is the quick preview. There's not much more coming out there, guys. Let me know if I've missed anything. Actually, I probably have. Let's go into the A-League here, regular season, and just have a look at some of the stats. Team overall stats. We'll go into the actual... let's go into the detailed stats. Average possession, how much we play there? 49% possession. That's not too bad at all. Headers 1, yellow cards, red cards form. Brisbane Roar. Okay, so most games scored in a games scored in a row. 17 games scored in a row. Pretty happy with that. Games without losing, obviously none because the streaks changed. Games without winning, we were equal 5th. Games without conceding, equal 4th. There. Minutes since last goal, attacking, defending. Goals conceded, we were 3rd, so we conceded 29 goals, which is not bad at all. Pretty happy with that. If you consider, I mean, Melbourne victory in 8th, 41 goals. Let's have a look. Clean sheets, again, we had 10 clean sheets from 27 matches. That's not too bad. 3rd equal there. Tackles won, actually. I'll have a look at that. So 8th, we won 532 tackles. So, yes, about 78%. That's pretty up there. That's not too bad at all. And not worried about attendances. This is another thing I want to have a gripe with. Again, we finished bottom. Average attendance is 9,169 for 26%. Now, this is a gripe I will have with the game, because I know for a fact that if Wellington Phoenix had done the double or won, or even into the finals or the regular season, the attendances would be higher. Westpac Stadium has a capacity of 34,000 odd. It can even push up higher to about 40 maximum with extra seating. Now, you cannot tell me, Football Manager here, that 2 seasons in a row we do the double and our average attendance is only 20% of capacity, 9,169. I find that ridiculous. And this is another thing where you're kind of up against with this team. And I believe you're up against in these so-called lesser divisions that are outside of Europe, if you like, because Football Manager, I feel, doesn't really give a shit too much about the other leagues around the world. It's just all about Europe. And that's fair enough, because that's where most of the population who play this game and that are based. But there's millions and millions of other people around the world. And they need to look at their game, and they need to look at a lot of aspects, because this is crap that I see in front of me, that the average attendance for the Phoenix, and I'm using the Phoenix as the example here because I can directly affect that with real life, because I know what can happen. I've seen it. I've been in the stadiums when we've had massive crowds for games, when we had earlier success years ago, and you're telling me that the Phoenix, who if in real life they did double, they would only draw 9,000 odd? Bullshit. So they need to do some more, and I believe that's a lot locked into reputation. I'd love to know what's going on, but that's a little rant. I don't really go there, but yeah, 26% of capacity. I mean, that's just, I'm sorry, but that's just caca. And that, again, hurts the financial side of the game for this team. Highest attendance for the Phoenix was 17,266. See, that's good. But that should be more of an average if you're your championship chasing team who have gone on and on. And we do have the population to support that. But you'll be surprised how many people will travel to go to Wellington in New Zealand to go to the Phoenix. And that's not a bad figure. Anyway, the lowest attendance, second, 6,920. Rant here. Let's just look at these this money here. So this is net transfer spent. We spent 343k on transfers. That's not a bad outlay. I'm pretty happy with that in comparison. I mean, you look at Melbourne City and Sydney spent well over $1 million. And, I mean, yeah, they didn't come anywhere close. And if we go to salary per annum, we're 7th on the list, spending 3.3 per year against the bigger boys of Melbourne and Sydney, who are spending, 6 million, 5 million. So, again, we're punching well above our weight. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think the rant is over. I'm just a bit passionate about this team, and as a fan, it's a bit disappointing to see things in the game that kind of just restrict the growth of the team. Outside of the Asian Champions League thing, that's a realistic rule. But I do think things like reputation and all that need to be changed. It needs to be more fluid, and just less things need to be locked in. But I'm not a computer coder. I'm just a simple fella. And I believe I've rabbited on far too long. Season reviews over and done with. Now it's decision time. I'm still waiting on your comments. Let me know. Do we stay or do we go? I've said my piece. I'm Parkera. If you like this video, let me know. Hit me down below with the like button, I guess. Subscribe if you're new and comment down below. Thanks, fellas. See you later. Over and